Alright, hello and welcome to episode 58 of Chaos Entropy. Today is January 8th, 2025. Let's get right into it.
Uh, the most recent topic, as of today's date, last night there was one of the biggest fires California has ever seen.
Yeah,
In was it Malibu, I believe.
that's
Um,
fire.
and they
Whoa, why are
said
you laughing?
because it's funny. Um, Good pun.
Okay,
Actually, it's really not a pun, but uh,
it's a fire pun.
from my understanding, they said it's the worst fire that area has ever seen in history since the
Yeah,
last major one.
isn't it called... yeah, isn't it called like, it starts with a P, right?
A Palisade fire.
Yeah.
That's just the area,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, I like how on Fox News article it has like a Mark Hamill quote, which I saw on Instagram, because he said he was fleeing for their lives, and I'm like, "Dude, were you actually?" I'm like, I don't know how close you were, but I guess you were.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. And in winter.
Yeah, if they even have winters there.
I mean, even though, like,
I know.
you usually never really hear this stuff happening in the
No,
winter.
it's well, I'm pretty certain. Last New Year's, there was a fire. I think I could be wrong in California as well around New Year's.
Really?
I have to look into that. Man, it's not good living there. They gave these horrible fires. Yeah, it's very similar to the those fires from a couple years ago, but
The
worse.
wildfires?
Yeah, the ones that looked like hell was you, came from under and went above. It sprouted. Uh, I
And you
guess they're
find that
out.
funny?
I guess they're yeah, and I guess they're out now. The fire. I hope.
Are they out? I just saw, like, really?
I mean, let me check. Are the fires out yet? Um, Malibu fires.
Malibu?
Over 1,000 homes, businesses, and buildings were destroyed in LA during
Damn,
the
that,
fire.
that much? How did this start?
Um, what was the catalyst? Let's see. Um, I don't know. Let's see.
I think it's because the 49ers just didn't make it the playoffs.
Was it a wild? I mean, it was in the.
I don't
It could
know.
be like.
I
Don't
assumed it was
they?
a wildfire, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is a wildfire because, from my understanding, the like the last one, like the woods, like everything caught on fire because of just the temperature and the like the well, it's not the amount of oxygen, but I guess the way California has it, like they're prone for fire erupting more often than the East Coast.
Yeah, because isn't it like, it's just dry heat over there, right?
Yeah, which can easily spark a fire. And I wonder how much woods they have left. I mean, for God's sakes, like they've,
Well,
you know,
actually, yeah, did you, like, isn't it like all woods up like north?
I guess so based on
Cause I heard
the
like
amount of
yeah,
the
they
amount of
like,
stuff I saw was it was mostly like well, people who live like in a wooded area and also the woods themselves. Like it's a crazy amount of acres. Let's see.
did you see that one video where like, two guys were trapped in a house with their dog and like the fire was all
Yep,
around? That was
yeah.
crazy.
ABC fire explodes to more than 1,200 acres, reaches beach in Malibu. My God,
That's crazy.
when the beach starts to get on fire,
Yeah.
that'd be horrifying. Let's see. Key headlines. 2 minutes ago, Palisades fire burns 5,000 acres, burns 1,000 structures. Jesus, that's insane. These pictures are like, it literally looks like hell.
Yeah, hell has arrived.
Like it's not even just the forest anymore. It's like, it goes like into like the main line.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. I'm like, oh my dear God. I'm like, thank God, the firefighters can do only so much. Like, they have the planes and everything, but man, that's horrendous.
Yeah, yeah, they're using the sea salt.
Yeah. It's a type of, what do they call it? I forget what that material is. Well, sometimes they use like a liquidy foam,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
or they use from above. They either use like those water bombs, or like those like they drop like a whole.
Yeah,
It looks like a bomb from above, but it explodes like a big radius of like either like some type of water slash other type of chemical,
yeah.
which is cool. But man, just it's crazy. Start the new year. You know what's funny? The last week there has been interesting things like this fire maybe is it's the most horrific, and then on the other hand you have Trump saying funny things
Yeah,
like within the same around the same time.
yeah.
I don't know if you heard about Trump talking about Canada. I think like literally within the last 2 days.
Oh, that Canada again. And then, did you
Yeah,
see that video of that one Canadian politician got upset and was like, well, what if we take California?
that's like the
What if we
funniest.
take California?
It would have.
But the thing is, like,
I like when Trump says he's like the Gulf of
America,
yeah. Doesn't that sound nice? To bring to
that's crazy.
something like king. Doesn't that sound nice to have? That's
That's just wild.
I was thinking about it. I was like, the pros and cons of like, I guess the one big pro is like the expansion, just the size of our country. Then, I
Yeah.
mean, would it count it like if it's a what would it count as then? Like if you call it the Gulf of, like
It's
it's
just
not
a
a
name
state.
change. I
It's
don't
just
think it's just a. We don't even
like
we don't even
it
control the
can
area, right?
yeah like if
It's
we
just a
did
name change.
I know if we did quote unquote take Canada under our wing, yeah, I guess it would be just a name, but we control. I wonder how that would work.
What do you mean?
Like if we did actually
What made them the
seize,
51st?
I don't think we would make it a state. We would either
Yeah, we would. What are you
is
talking
that
about?
only I guess
Why
that
would we just make it into Puerto Rico?
oh yeah well why did they make Puerto Rico the way it is? I forget
Oh my God.
compared to
We gave them a choice, and they didn't want to become a
oh yeah
state,
yeah
and they didn't want to become an independent country, so they're just a U.S. territory
yeah yeah,
indefinitely.
yeah they're lost now. I'm joking.
Well, they didn't want to pay taxes, so that's why they're not a state.
I feel like that's any country.
Well, I mean, it's true, they didn't want to pay
I know,
taxes, so
I
that's why they're
know.
not a state, and,
I just imagine like the leader just like the boardroom like coming together. It's like
it's very
so
interesting, yeah, because, like, there's,
taxes,
like,
huh?
I mean, yeah,
That would be
it's pretty interesting.
Canada would be the biggest state then if we took it.
Yeah,
Or am I right? Yeah, because
yeah.
it's I mean after all,
Well,
it's,
I don't know, I mean, would we, I feel like we would probably divide Canada up.
yeah.
I don't know.
Trump would be like, we don't want that French Quarter.
I don't know, I mean,
We just
Canada being the 51st state. Actually, no, never mind. I'll take that back. I don't think they would divide it up. 51st state, because,
I
huh.
mean that would be crazy.
And then there's Greenland. There's talk of Greenland. I think it's just
Yeah.
talk. But, I mean, it's
What's
crazy
his
that it is.
what was his point on Greenland? Like why specifically Greenland?
I don't know. I only heard about this stuff. I
Because
didn't really
I
look
keep
into it.
hearing it, but like I don't. It's just talk right now, right? Because he's not like there's
I
no.
think
Well,
it's
first of
just
all,
talking.
well, plus he's not president yet, so
Yeah.
all of this is still talk. All of this.
But on top of that, like, I don't know, because, it's like, he says something like it's in America, like it's like national
Oh, it's like
security.
it's. Oh,
Something for national security. I don't know how, but
I feel like you could put like an umbrella for any
maybe
taking.
they're gonna turn into a military state up there.
That would that would be the craziest. We're gonna take you and then make us and make you the most protected.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be sick. But the Canada thing, I mean, that would be interesting just because, after all, we are connected. Like, it's right above us. That'd
Yeah,
be crazy looking on the map like, oh, here's Canada, our biggest state in the world.
I mean, I don't think it would really be that much of a achievement as you're saying, because like we already have states that are bigger than countries.
Well,
So
yes.
just look at
If
Texas
most
or Alaska.
Europeans are
The
surprised.
European mind can't comprehend the
Yeah,
American
that
state.
in order to go through states, it's like going through 20 countries within 8 hours.
And
It's
we
like,
got we have like literally an entire we have the what's it called, the European mind can't comprehend the, and then it's just like Creed
oh,
playing.
I watch those videos all the time where like these people's like grandparents from overseas are like on a road trip, and they're like they can't comprehend like going through states is like it's as if you're going through multiple countries, but we haven't even gone through like the first state yet. We haven't even gone through-
Yeah, but
like
like it's
like if
all
you're going to
similar.
like
It's
you
all
go
similar
across
to
Arizona. Oh yeah, if you go across Arizona, it's like passing three countries by the time you even get halfway.
yeah. And the funny thing is over here, we don't really think about it like that.
Not at all.
I mean,
I
yeah,
like how
but
the
it's even in the
meme
name, like the United States.
the meme of like the guy in a car. It's like, oh, here's our 12-hour trip. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. While
Yeah,
the European will be like that. Like this is a lot for us. Like,
or like you'll still find a McDonald's or an IKEA or something.
yeah. I guess I never thought of it that way. It's crazy that our country is so different from any other places.
Yeah,
There's not a lot. Like the only other thing is, I mean, technically the United Kingdom, but that's very different too. Because
yeah,
even
because
under,
like it's what,
or
it's just
that's
like
not a,
four.
yeah, that's
It's like
four, yeah.
four different.
Is it Ireland or the Republic of Ireland? It's one of the, or both, I forget.
I don't know. I don't know there.
I used to remember this, because like, as a kid, I was like, I don't know the difference between Britain and UK, and
Yeah,
I'm like, too many words to sound the same.
yeah, but then like that's also because why the flag is the way it is.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that
it's all
makes,
their
oh,
flags combined.
well, I guess yeah. And then, what is it, the Australian flag is similar to, or it's
Yeah, there's like
basically
a
is the same as which flag? The UK one or
the Union Jack. There's like a
yeah,
miniature Union Jack, I think.
yeah, with like a small thing in it, or like a,
There's like a Union Jack in the corner, I think.
I actually like that flag.
I don't know. I only like the American flag. The American flag is the greatest flag.
Because we know the history of its making.
There's 50 there's 50 stars on the flag. What other flag has 50 stars?
That's the most impressive part.
Okay. No other flag has
50
50
stars.
stars. I'm just saying.
I wonder if other countries know about the making of their flag. Like, you know how when we were kids we learned about every aspect
I'm
of
pretty sure
how the
there is.
flag
Yeah,
was created.
yeah. I mean, like
The
yeah, most
importance of our
definitely. I
flag.
think most
I
definitely.
mean, I
I
assume
think
so. I mean,
it's just I think that's a no-brainer. Like
I'm just in America. Well, I say it's huge, but like once you're grown, no one really thinks about it. But as a kid, though, like it's like ingrained. It's like
yeah, I mean, because like I think everyone
here's the
knows.
woman.
Everyone in the UK knows the Union Jack.
True, but I wonder. Oh, actually, let me look up how was.
The Union Jack is literally like four different like flags combined into one. Like you search up the flag of England, it's literally just like a white flag with a red cross.
Yeah. Was it 1542? That's crazy. It's crazy how young of a country we are compared to a lot of these other countries.
Yeah.
But then again, you do have what's it called? You have Israel, which was officially a a country. What was it? 19. What was it? The end of World War II? I
Yeah.
forget the year now.
Or was it
It
World War
might be.
One?
I think it was World War II. Let me check.
Is that didn't they move? Oh, yeah, never mind. You're right. It is World War Two.
1948. So right after World War II.
Can you believe it that the what's it
It's
called?
weird because in the history books and, biblical texts, like Israel has always been a thing, but as an actual country, in the eyes of today's people, it was only created in 48 or something.
Can you believe it
Or
that
established.
what's it called? Like the Ottoman Empire like fell about like 100 years ago at this point.
Oh, it's only...
But like it existed forever.
It is crazy how some exist for that long and then...
Well, I mean the Ottoman Empire was literally like one of the what's it called? Like um
Yeah,
damn it.
dynasty.
Yeah, it's like it was like because like right before that it was the Byzantine,
Yeah.
and before the Byzantine it was the Roman. Well,
So they
actually the
controlled...
technically the actually the never mind. It's not literally the Byzantine Empire is the Roman Empire.
They controlled, let's see, Southeast Europe, West Asia, North Africa from the 14th to the early 20th century.
But actually, I brought this up. Like, what's it called? Do you know like how the Middle East is just completely destabilized
Yeah.
and like it's just a mess? Well, and like if you go over there, it's basically the it's basically like the Wild West. Like there's just like no law. It's just like chaos over there. It's mainly because of the fall of the Ottoman Empire. Because like the Ottoman Empire,
Because they had the control.
well, the Ottoman Empire was literally like a melting pot. And you had
Oh,
all these different ethnic groups
so
and
so
all
they
these
were
different
just
cultures.
America of its
Yeah, it
time.
was literally America of its time, and then that made me realize if
So if
America
America
fell, yeah,
fell,
if America fell, it would turn into absolute chaos. It would literally turn into the middle, like the North America would turn
yo,
into the Middle East because like
I mean, you would have to assume based on previous, we have proof of what happened to them. We have proof.
well, at the same time, I guess you can say we're a bit more like because we're a bit more progressive. We don't really
Yeah, by the time if we ever do fall, we're in a different circumstance, I guess, of people.
yeah, because like when the Ottoman Empire fell, because like there were all these like in America, I mean, it's still like all these different people like coexisting with different cultures. Literally, the only rule was like just don't start fights and you'll be fine and pay the tax.
Yeah.
But when the central government fell, basically, um, everyone started banding together based on what's it called? Based on their ethnicity or their religion. Um, and it just kind of went downhill.
Man, that's crazy. What was I gonna say? Oh, did you hear about the Trump? I guess told Supreme Court to halt his sentencing.
Yeah, but they said no.
But I think that just means if he might just have to not. I forget how it works. Like if he doesn't show up in person, he can still. Let's see. On Tuesday, a New York appeals court denied his effort to halt sentencing scheduled for Friday in New York State Court in Manhattan. In Wednesday's filing, his lawyers asked the U.S. Supreme Court to immediately order a stay in the case as he seeks an appeal to resolve questions of presidential immunity. They said they had simultaneously asked the state's highest court for the same emergency relief. The Supreme Court ordered prosecutors to respond to the request by Thursday morning, signaling that the justices may act quickly on the matter. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I guess it's a back and forth.
Huh.
I believe this is the hush money with the I forget that woman's name. I guess
Oh,
no the porn star.
oh, Stormy, oh.
I think he had multiple different right, but this one specifically I think they're talking about.
Ah.
Which is like a dumb. I don't even know who knows what he. I mean, it's a case that I say goes beyond my head. Only, but the more you read about it, it's pretty simple. Like what's stated.
Hmm.
But it's crazy. In about what is it, the 20th, right? His inauguration.
That
The
was,
20
yeah, yeah.
or this, yeah. So that's 12 days, less than 2 weeks. That's gonna be insane.
Well,
That
let's see
means
if Greenland, Canada, and maybe even Mexico becomes
we become
the
like the
51st to the 53rd.
Who wants to join? Come in, all. Who wants to? I heard about the what was it, Mexico, like talking about them joining.
Really? I thought that was just a joke.
I
I'll be
It
honest.
could be a joke, but
I don't think it's a good
I
idea.
I don't know. I try looking into seeing like why like every time if I don't know if Trump ever actually said about the Mexico thing, but if that ever were a thing, I don't see like the pros of that.
I think
Like
it'd be
would
a
it?
lot worse. We'd have a lot more problems
Yeah, it'd be.
than it'd be a solution.
I wonder if we will have another state in the future.
I mean, probably it's open. It's open to it can happen.
Hey, I mean, if Canada joined,
Well, I
now
mean,
we
isn't
get
the
that.
thing like the reason
No
why
more
they're talking about
passport.
Canada is because what's it called? Things just suck over there or something.
It sounds like they suck over there.
I mean, oh yeah, because what's it called? We're ignoring the biggest thing in Canada right now. Justin Trudeau resigned.
Oh, we did.
You didn't
Is this
hear?
recent? No, I haven't
It
heard
happened
about
like
it.
yesterday or like 2 days
Oh,
ago.
okay. Wonder why.
He resigned, and
Well, that's like their New Year's at this point. They'll remember that day.
like right before he was like talking to Trump, and that's how the entire like Canada becoming 51st state thing got brought up. It was because he said that if America goes the tariff route, it cannot Canada would dissolve according to him. Canada would dissolve if it faced economic pressure from the United States.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
So there's like something I don't know. There's like a contention or something,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
Justin Trudeau said 23 hours ago on his X, there
oh
isn't a
yeah,
snowball, there isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would become part of the United States. Workers and communities in both our countries benefit from being each other's biggest trading and security partner. Uh, and then someone posted under that, Canada can become the next superpower if they use their resources well.
didn't what's it called? And then
They have a crazy amount of resources, I assume.
then I mean, there's also a crazy amount of land, but it's just I don't know. I feel like I mean, it's uninhabitable right now because it's just
We,
barren. But
we
like
could take it away from the queen.
I
I
don't know.
mean, well, she's dead,
I
but
feel like we can literally I don't know. There's gotta be something. I'd buy up like a bunch of land in Canada if I could.
yeah. It would be crazy if we took it. Then they
Okay,
have no
we're
relation.
not gonna say we take it, but I think like at this point, like,
Sorry, if they come into our as a state, then they won't have any relation with Britain anymore.
is that the entire big thing?
I'm assuming, well, because they're still what's it called, like related to Britain under like forget how, but not their money, but their. I have to look into that because
Yeah, I
like
heard there's like a contingency plan where like if UK gets like destroyed or something, the royal family retreats to Canada.
they
Is that
probably
what you're
would.
talking about?
Well, no, but the whole time Canada it's not under Britain's control, but they're related still compared to how America left. It was great under the leaving. Canada, on the other hand, uh, still fought like they were still like had relations with the Queen in that and throughout the whole time. I mean, we do too, sort of, but uh, let me look up the actual verbiage. Canada. Let me look it up. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they have, I guess, a bilateral relation between Canada and the United Kingdom.
What the fuck does that
Um,
mean?
what was it? Britain took control of Canada back in, let's see, 1791. Oh yeah, early British rules. Yeah. What's the most recent? Canada has its own monarchy, distinct from the UK's, though the monarch is shared. The monarchy is Canada is recognized as the crown of Canada, reflecting the country's unique. I forgot they even have a monarchy.
Canada?
But Yeah, but I don't know if
They have a
they.
royal family.
Yeah, wait a minute. Canada monarchy. Um, Since 1534, when the King of France claimed possession of what is now Canada, the history of our country has been marked by the reigns of an uninterrupted succession of monarchs, both French and British. Okay, so that's how they're connected. Like, so Britain and France have, monarch power in Canada.
So it's just land.
Yeah, but they themselves still have their own like government and stuff. But I don't know how much monarch
Never
rule
mind.
has.
I take it back. We should take Canada. We should
Yeah,
just
then
take it.
then no more monarchy. No more Canada. You want to be like us, away
America,
from
America
them?
just hears about the monarchy.
Freedom, free.
Freedom.
Don't you want your freedom, Canada?
I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. I mean,
Hey, that would be crazy for any Canadians out there if they became a state. They have
yeah, but I feel like there's. I mean, there's
they have
definitely people.
they have our freedoms. They have our freedom.
That's
Well, I
funny.
mean, I guess they already have similar, but it's not the
I
same.
don't
It's
know.
not the
Okay,
same.
this is no insult to Canada, but I feel like Canada at this point. I don't know. I can't even tell the difference between Americans and Canadians.
I can tell by the voice.
I can't even tell by the voice.
They have just listen to Linus all day, and you know every Canadian.
I don't know. I just can't. He sounds the same to me.
No, it's not like they all have heavy accents per se. It's just, but they definitely do have like a more like a higher pitch accent.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
can tell
tell.
for the most part.
I
I mean,
just can't tell.
don't get me wrong. There's different parts of Canada, therefore, like one might sound very different from the other. But
I can't
for the
tell
most
from
part,
the Canadian. I can't tell what the Canadian accent is.
yeah. I don't even know what they sound like from like if you're like what's it
Wait,
called?
does it
Like,
sound like that one scene in Anchorman?
well, I mean that not necessarily. Not that's a little exaggerated. It's a little exaggerated.
That is?
Yeah, listen to Linus. That's a Canadian for you.
I
Actually,
listen to
everyone.
him, but he doesn't sound any like.
Sorry, listen to anyone that works within that company. They're all Canadian. So
I don't know, man. I can't tell the.
all his employees on Short Link and all wherever Short Circuit and other, they're all Canadian. So
I don't know, bro.
I bet you, I don't know in public you might, I mean, maybe you might spot it out if you met.
I
That'd be
listen.
hard.
There's people I know who are Canadian, but I just can't really. I mean, to me, it's like
Like,
it's almost like a Boston accent, and like
Boston, New York, very different though.
yeah, but I mean, it's like that,
I just listen to Bill Burr all day and I'm like, okay, I get it.
I guess, but like it's something like
Except that's very
it's
different
something
too,
that just
because
doesn't stick out to me. I guess.
compared to like a Massachusetts, like specifically Boston versus all of New York, which has multiple boroughs and different accents per borough.
Yeah, but it's all the same cesspool. It is
It's
all New York.
it's all the same at the end of the day. Oh, I was gonna talk about there was a recent article about a website, um, like an anime website for quote unquote pirating.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I actually heard about this.
Um,
Has
it
more than like Disney Plus and Netflix or
Yes,
something.
by a couple million. But
Well,
so
let's
like
not mention it. Let's not mention it.
I won't mention the name,
Okay.
but this website, by the way, I knew nothing about. Like I've used other websites before, and it's just funny because when I heard the name, I looked it up and I was like, oh, no wonder why people use this. This has a better UI and everything than anything. I'm like this feels close enough to like a subscription service. Like that's
Huh.
how good it is. Like it has quite literally everything you ever want to watch. It has like the best UI system. It has an actual chat that subscription services just
Oh wow,
hate.
you're telling me it's better than
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll?
By the
Whoa.
way, them taking away chat might have been it's the dumbest thing they've ever done.
Man, that
That
would
made people
go.
lose their minds, but I get why. Cause like people love to like chat about like you're watching an episode, you're like, oh, let's see how everyone reacted. You
Was
can't.
it? Didn't they take it away? Like I'm remembering
Yeah,
that. Like
because
you,
of like supposed bullying, I guess, like any chat.
Cause like weren't
Like,
they like going on to
oh, they were down
yeah, they were downvoting
uh
certain ones and like people got upset or something.
I, 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 well, it's not even just the voting. It's like the actual comments themselves were like if a show if people wanted to like come all together and just destroy the show's reviews,
Hey man,
which,
that's
which I
like
get, like
everywhere.
that's not good,
That's like everywhere though.
but you should have the freedom of doing that. Like Steam
Yeah.
does it.
Yes.
Like like no one has a problem with Steam. I mean, people have a problem, of course, but it's like, oh, that sucks. Like, there goes that game's review. There goes that. It's funny because I don't remember the last time I really looked at reviews per se. Like,
I only
well,
look at
maybe
game reviews.
game reviews are iffy. I care more about
I look at
I care more about actual people's experiences versus
I don't look at
like
IGN
articles.
reviews. No,
Yeah.
I don't go to article reviews. I go on YouTube. I
Yeah,
find
yeah,
like
yeah.
those videos.
Like actual
Yeah,
people
actual people.
playing the game, just their honest take on it. And I'm like, that feels more natural to understand like what they're talking about versus like, oh well, I work for this company, but here's my, my idea of the game, my only 10-hour review because they don't have no time to play the whole game.
Yeah, too much water. Too much water.
You know what's crazy about IGN? Sometimes like they'll have like a good take, like one in a million, but like
But then you
when they
don't ever
have
see the guy talk about it again.
yeah, like you're like, whatever happened to that guy? Like when he did have that good take.
Like that one, yeah, that one dude. I think he was like calling out the games industry, and then
Oh yeah.
he just never came back.
Or I'm like, there are certain reviews where I'm like, oh, that's appropriate, the rating on something, and then like, but then you look at something else and you're like, how did you come to that conclusion?
Yeah,
like, you're like, did we ever play the same game? Is this guy did he even play it? I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, the water thing, that was the fun.
Too much water, or like I don't know. It's just
What?
stupid.
I'm like, are you, like, how do you play games? I'm like, how do you
I don't know. The more I think about it, like it just doesn't make sense why they have all these different people doing the reviews when there's just
to
no
get them out
standard.
more?
But at the same time though, like there's no. I mean, yeah, it's a bunch of different reviewers, but who the hell are these people at the end of the day? Like,
I feel like it's a lot easier to get into IGN, like, a what do you call it, a writer, versus
it's gotta be.
other articles.
But I mean,
Like
like, yeah, yeah, I know what you
like
mean.
PC Mag or like
Yeah.
those other ones I care slightly more about, just
I
because
don't
like
even care about PC Mag anymore. Or like, is it no PC Mag or is it like PC
PC
Gamers?
Mag. Well, there's PC Mag is more like they talk from games to
Specs?
yeah, like specs and
Okay,
other
okay.
everything, all PC.
What's that
You
other
know,
one then? PC Gamer, I think.
was it actually? I might have
PC
been.
Gamer
Oh,
is basically like Kotaku and all those other gamers.
yeah. Speaking of PC stuff, did you see the announcement with GeForce, the Nvidia?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we can talk about that if you want. Yeah,
That
the 50
make
series.
dude, this guy, he makes me laugh every time. The CEO or whatever.
Jensen?
Yeah, cause like the way he talks about like he seems like he's like a he like comes on stage like as if he's like Steve Jobs. I mean, I get he's the CEO, but it's just funny how they present graphics cards nowadays. Like it's the craziest way of presenting like a card.
Did you hear about the
Yes,
entire thing though?
well, I know the biggest thing is like, you know, all the specs that they talked about
It's
are AI related,
yeah, it's like
which
bluffed up.
which I know people are like, a lot of people hate, but I have, like for instance, my AMD card, like I use, what was a feature
DLSS.
like frame, yeah, well,
Oh, well, actually no,
the
it's not
AMD
even.
version,
What's it called?
the
The
feature
frame
frame
generation?
rendering. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the
I
render.
tried it. Yeah, I tried it on certain things, and it made certain games that were choppy, like with the certain driver I had at the time,
Well,
amazing. And I mean, I can see why there's complaints, like, but
but
at the same, but some people are just pushing it way maybe because
okay. The thing about the frame generation thing is the problem with that is that they're not actual frames.
that's yeah, the people calling it fake frames.
They are fake frames because what it does is it takes two frames, two legitimate frames, and
Yeah.
they're using AI to generate a frame that looks like it would
Yeah.
make sense.
Like for
Um,
if you're playing 4K but using that technology, you're not really. It's not really 4. Like you're not really doing 4K gaming at that frame rate.
Wait,
If it's AI based. Like they were talking about. Like they were showing. I think one of them was showing off like a 4K with the DLSS and
well, the DLSS is different.
I thought DLS was the.
DLSS is upscaling. So what
Oh, okay,
DLSS
right, yeah.
is let's say, like for
If you're at
example,
1080p, it'll upscale to like try to do 4K or
well, I
something.
mean, what it would do is if you're upscaling, well, you know what upscaling is, right? So basically, like when you play at 4K, it's not
Yeah,
actually at 4K. It's actually probably rendering at something half of that. It
yeah,
renders at half of that resolution, and then it uses AI upscaling to
yeah.
then stretch the image, and you
I've
know,
used that,
I've used
and
it here and there too, but like,
I can't tell sometimes. I'm like, I don't know if this really looks better, but I'll
but
tell you this: my power consumption and other things are helpful.
yeah, but here's the thing. The reason why it's a problem, and I honestly, I know you said you think people are blowing it up, but it kind of makes sense though. Like, but
I thought they were, but I
the
don't know
the
everything
big
about the.
thing here is what they're saying. Like the 5070 is like the same as a 4090.
But that's with like the all the stuff turned
That's the
on
thing.
the
That's if you have
like
all the
maxed out.
DLSS and everything turned on.
Yeah.
DLSS and frame generation.
But I guess yeah, it's
So
misleading.
that's not yeah, and at the same
Except
time.
I think he said it right out. Like the like people just cut
He
like the
did, but
short of it.
people
Oh,
like,
okay.
but like at the same time, you know why they say it like that.
Yeah.
A majority of people are gonna just like, oh, it's better than the 40. It's it's the equivalent of a
Yeah.
4090, and they're just gonna ignore it. But
I
in the
bet
truth,
you it's still a good card though. But yeah, I get your point.
nobody is saying it's not a good card. It's just it's
Yeah.
incredibly misleading because
Yeah.
there's a difference between native and
Yeah.
DLSS and frame generation.
Yeah.
Especially since, and here's a big thing too. If you play like competitive games,
Yeah.
like FPS games or stuff like that,
Yeah. You can't really use the.
you shouldn't use frame generation. You
It
shouldn't
actually
use
tells you.
you should because they're not real.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
telling you what
Well,
it's not accurate.
AMD's they even tell you it's like if you're playing like a fast game or like a competitive game like a FPS or something, don't use this. It won't work as well.
It's good. Yeah, it won't
Yep.
work because you're literally being fed false information that's
Yeah.
not real. So I mean, it makes sense from there. So that and then on top of that, like there's a difference, right? Like in terms of power here, like
Yeah.
some people just want to buy raw power, and there's a reason for that too with the native stuff. So I mean, it is pretty misleading to say, oh, you know, it's got the
Yeah.
power or the performance of a
I did
4090.
hear the I will say the cost did go down for these cards though from like last generation.
Yeah.
The same like number like the cost went down like from $50 to like some of them 200 or some crazy
Well, isn't the
like
5090 2000? So
yes
it's like a
versus
500 or $600 increase from the 4090.
oh was it
Yeah,
what
is
was
it
the
the
40
4090 like 50? I mean, they even said it on the thing. Is it?
I
I
thought it
mean,
was 1800.
yeah, I mean, yeah, because like
Let me look it up.
it is, because you get it from other providers. They're always
Yeah.
more expensive than it is. So really, I mean, you're probably looking at like 2,200 for 2,200, 2,300
The
for the
4090
5090s.
was 1600. Yeah, 590 is priced at 2000. $400 more.
Yeah, but like that's a, like
But
that's
it
from
tells
them though.
you
I mean, if you get
yeah,
it in
yeah,
real life, it's probably gonna be like 2,100 or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it says, but it offers significant performance gains and new features like DLS S4 with multi-frame generation feature and 32 gigabytes of ultra-fast GDDR7 memory, which is crazy. That's a lot. That's
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I think like if you get a 5090, I don't think you're using it for DLSS.
no, no, no.
No, I mean, so like that's the thing.
You don't
So
need to.
I mean, that's the entire point. So I don't
I
get
see the
the. So
practical
it's just
point of it.
fluff. It's just fluff when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
say stuff like that.
I see like, but at least for AMD's like the frame stuff, like I do use it in a lot of games, and I have like a better time. Like the game is just doing better, like visually and like I'm not like lagging and or like there's certain games like I had a problem with, and I switched the settings around. And I used like some future frame rendering and anti-lag stuff, and I'm like, I'm having the best time possible.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
even though
like,
the number is telling me, because like my milliseconds went down too, like,
yeah,
between frames.
because like it's less taxing on the system. It makes sense. You're running the
Yeah,
game at a lower resolution, and you're using, all
yeah,
these
yeah.
tips and tricks to make it look better. But I mean, like,
Actually, I'm just doing the future frame rendering for certain things, not the the resolution thing, the
the
upscale.
DLSS
Yeah, well, I
or
forgot
the
what they call it
AMD
on
one.
here.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
the
the.
AMD one's called it's basically that but their own.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I mean, like, if you're on a budget and everything, yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
super
knock yourself. It's
resolution.
pretty good. It's good value. I'm just saying it's not as people think though. It's not raw power. You have to
Yeah,
realize
yeah,
what you are getting. It's not. You know. It's not raw
yeah,
power
yeah,
natively. It's not better than a. It's not the equivalent of a 4090 at
yeah.
all.
The AMD uses fluid motion frames. That's what they call the frame rendering. While and the upscaling is called super resolution. The only problem I have with the upscaling is like it helps with like power consumption things like that, but in reality I can't really tell if it's really upscaling. Like I try looking back and forth between like if I change it, but it like in my eyes I can't see. That could just be a me thing. Am I really running like then my native like 2K with the as 1080p but upscaled to 2K resolution?
Oh,
Like if I just put 2K on by itself, I could tell. But when I do the upscale, like I can sort of see, but who knows? They're updating it all the time. Like the fluid, like the frame rendering stuff. Like they have a second version of it that just came out like within the last couple months. It has been
yeah,
pretty useful.
yeah.
I used it in Marvel Rivals, which you're not meant to, but it worked for me because one, I updated my driver, and two, when I was using it, I just had like a better time playing the game, like performance wise.
At the end of the day, I mean,
It
like, it
wasn't
helps you
better.
get, if it
Yeah.
helps you play, yeah, use it. It's just
Yeah, I know what you
you
mean though.
shouldn't be like
Like,
comparing it. Like, it's not
yeah,
raw power. Like at the end, like really, if we're being real here, it's not. No, a 5070 isn't the equivalent of a 4090. You can get, is it a good value? I mean, yeah, it is, cause like,
it's pretty good price.
yeah, I guess, yeah, but like, wait, so I mean, what, like
They're
50?
pushing, like AI is
But at the
their
same time, like the AI stuff, right? It's like in performance of AI,
yeah.
it doesn't really have any. I think you have to wait.
AMD is doing the same thing too, like with I forget her name, Lisa, whatever her name is, the AMD CEO. She was talking on an interview like Forbes or something, how like, especially with like the CPUs and everything AMD related, they're like, well, AI is the future for them, and I'm like,
I
I'm
mean,
not
that's a
saying,
no-brainer at this point, though.
but I guess they were talking about like the implementation, like. I wonder how they're gonna do it in their next cards versus the GeForce way.
Yeah,
But who knows? I mean, like it's pretty crazy. I saw Linus's video on it. His video is pretty funny just because they put him in a room with all like the people working there behind him as he's talking about the card. And people are like, man, they're gonna take him in the back room if he says anything. All the comments. They're like, where'd
yeah,
he go? Because he's like, look, I'm not ready to say this, because they're all staring at me. And then it pans to all these people just watching. But he's like, okay, let me see between the 4090 and the 5090. Is there any ghosting? Is there, like right to their faces.
yeah,
I like how he touched the card too. He's like, look, I can physically touch it. I wasn't allowed to, but who's gonna stop me?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean,
I want AMD ones come out though. I forget when they do what quarter of the year. It must be a similar quarter. AMD new GPUs. Well, it was a pretty big event. I didn't watch it, but I saw the clips online.
yeah. So I think a 5090s went twice the power of 4090.
Yeah, with the AI, like all the stuff, like when he was showing it, like all his numbers were doubled, but I think that's including like the AI assistance with all the stuff. So
So it's not actually double.
I have to see, like they make it seem double, but I don't know if that was with all the stuff on because after all they're promoting it
That's the
like
thing, yeah. So
with the AI. Let's see here. I think CEX is happening too right now.
What's that?
The computer
Oh,
the big conference where all the gadgets of like TV screens and phones and everything.
oh,
Uh, which I always love those because like they always show technology that we don't know if it'll ever come out, but like all these different like crazy looking monitors they have
yeah.
that can bend in any which way. I'm like, that's cool
Oh yeah,
technology.
like I remember like they had like some sort of like they use like mist to project like a hologram almost.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, if people are like, if you want like the lowest end 5,000 card in regards to like your VRAM size, you would probably have to get the TI version of the 5070 because that comes with it was either 16 or 12 gigabits. Let me check. Let's see. VRAM. Oh, okay. So the 5070 comes with 12, but a lot of people are shying away from that just because of these games. You need so much freaking VRAM.
Yeah.
The TI is like my card is 10, and sometimes I can struggle if I have multiple things open. But it's better than 8. Can't do anything with 8 at this point. I mean, you can, but it's just
I don't
don't
know, I feel like
expect.
at this point like it's also their fault because like these games
Yeah,
just
they
aren't really
they.
optimized that well anymore.
I'm assuming not if you need that much freaking VRAM. Did you see the power consumption of the 5090?
No.
It's 575 watts, or total board power, versus the lowest end, which is 250.
Well,
It's insane. I'm like, that's so much water. I'm like,
that's so much
god
water.
damn. Like, how much, like, what kind of power supply do you need? Like,
Yeah. Oh no.
you
Oh
need at
no.
least 1,000. You,
I don't know. How much do 3090s go for now?
a 30. Oh my, I forgot about 39. Let's see. 39. Um, oh, they have the Founders Edition, which I forget what makes them better.
Isn't it like, I don't know. It's
They
like,
have that. It
it's
must be something, but
gray.
well, the Founders Edition goes for new 1600,
Isn't it like a
but
novelty thing? More?
maybe, but anyone can still buy the Founders Edition, I
Yeah,
think.
but it's like getting the 30th anniversary thing for
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
PlayStation.
That looks cool, but it's just a novelty.
Yeah, it is, right?
Uh, like they did it for the PS4, right? Or
Yeah.
the whatever year. Let's see. Yeah, 1600 for all these regular 3090s. Well, I say regular, different companies like Asus or
Asus.
let's see. If you have 1600 across the board, it's that expensive after that couple of years, huh?
1600 for 3090s?
Yeah,
So, same price
Pioneer.
as a 4090?
Mm, let me
Or
check.
at least their projected price of a 4090.
4090s go for from two. Some sellers are more than two, like three.
Oh, okay, so really the 5090 is 2500 to
Yeah,
2600.
it could, or it could be like
So really it's closer to $3,000.
yeah, I can based on the yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
Wow, so
guess it makes sense, but
this
like
stuff is
it's
just out
crazy
of
how
our reach.
expensive.
It's just out of our reach.
Like I get the potential of these cards, like how powerful they are, but like still, like, it's a lot
I
of money.
mean,
Just
yeah, I mean, like, if it's really that good, I get
yeah,
using it for AI. I mean, like, if
plus
I
I
had
guess
the money, I'd use it and run,
it
like,
is
my own local thing, but yeah.
it is future proofing. I guess at that point, if you're buying that expensive of a card,
Yeah, you are future-proofing, yeah.
especially with the amount of VRAM. Hopefully, you have 5 years until we need 40 gigabytes. If the day comes you need that much VRAM, I think it's over for PC games.
don't know. I feel like it would just go up from now.
I know, but I bet me I'm like it's ridiculous. Like the power consumption alone, like whatever happened to like some like net, like
Yeah.
it's too much at a certain point. I mean, I believe so. It's crazy.
But PC Master Race, bro.
Do people even say that as much?
I feel like they realized they were getting made fun of, so they don't say
Yeah.
PC Master Race anymore, but they still act it.
Yeah, they got made fun of because the truth is, like, so many things are just poorly optimized.
Everything is just badly optimized now. But yeah, it's not even it's not even like
I
just
know it's more
PC
than that,
games. It's like even
but
console games.
oh yeah, that is sad.
And it's even
Well,
worse on console because you're locked in.
yeah, well, or it's when a console game does come to PC, it's either the PC game itself is like sometimes just comes out wrong and you need the driver immediately, or the console like The Last of Us or like one of those Sony games coming over, they're not always coming out well.
Yeah.
They got better though, I think, especially with I heard what was it, Horizon Zero Dawn was the first that was actually the best when it came at launch for PC. Um, or not launch, but the first one it came out. Did you hear about they just had like a Sony press conference or something about like uh the other medias
Oh
of like
yeah, there's like a
film and
Helldivers
stuff?
movie coming out.
Yeah, and a Horizon movie, which every comment was like, "What? Like, why are they?" I forget what they
Why are
call
they
it.
like shoving like Horizon
Yeah,
so much, or like pushing
because
Horizon so much?
well, I compared to every other Sony game that was like the poster child of Sony. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They weren't like
This one
pushed.
does feel forced. There's like a Lego game too, but that one
Yeah,
like failed. Like nobody
yeah,
really played it.
yeah. It's not a true Lego game. Like it's not as big as the other games, like
But like
in
yeah, like
size
I
and
mean, if you think about it, like how did they even get like one to begin with? You know.
because Sony, they got the money to be like, oh, we can let it happen. We can
But
we
why
can let
would
it.
they? Like why this one instead of like any other IP?
They should just look at what just won, which was Astrobot, and then realize
I don't know.
like
I
how come
just
Astrobot is not their poster child? I mean, it is and it isn't.
it's becoming the poster child now
I mean,
because it
yeah,
replaced the
it
Sackboy guy.
yeah. So technically, that is your poster child, but Horizon gets more stuff versus like your Sackboy slash Astrobot type games, like those
Like
more.
Sackboy isn't even in the picture anymore. It's like
Well, I meant the like platformer slash like indie style games versus
yeah.
Horizon, which is this big game
But
that
like Uncharted, they don't even really talk about Uncharted anymore.
they 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 killed it.
I don't know if
After
they
that
killed it.
movie,
Actually, oh wait, never mind, it's gone. Yeah, never mind.
yeah, there's no future.
But
They
like Killzone, they don't go back. Man, we're just going back to the dark age of gaming if we keep going like
did
this.
you hear there's still a Ghost of Tsushima movie, but then there's like an anime they're making of
Bro, I think they gotta like take these projects one at a time.
what was it like a Sony game anime? Let's see. What was it? I don't even
Because what's it
remember.
called? Did Secret Level come out and like most of the episodes kind of sucked except for like the Warhammer one.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. They, what was it? I saw that they said they were making an anime of I forget what game though. Yeah, I'll find it another time. But yeah, it was like two, like you said, the Helldivers and Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon. Or maybe it was the Ghost that was the anime.
I don't know.
That'd be cool, but the Helldivers thing, I don't know if that would be that good. I mean, it seems like you could easily make a movie like that. It's just, would it be good though? Like, it's a very simple premise. Like, it's just gonna be action, funny, I'm assuming.
I
Unless
don't know
they,
because
unless they do what they
Sony
did with
kind of sucks when it
Uncharted.
comes to movies.
Yeah, that is true. Well, yeah. Well, I don't even remember what their other movie. Well, oh, besides the Spider-Man or Spider-Less Man movies, I'm trying to think what other movies they made that were okay. I can't think of one.
Wait, technically, is it the Tobey Maguire? Oh no, is that Paramount? Wait,
That's
no.
Sony.
Spider.
That's
Yeah,
Sony.
no, that is Sony. Yeah, so the original
It's all
Spider.
Sony.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I mean,
Spider-Man has always been Sony.
Yeah, so Spider-Man and the Spider-Man connected movies.
Yes, those are good for the most part. I mean, consider I'll consider the even the third movie from Toby still good compared to um the first wait, give me one second. Yeah, podcast. Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry. Uh oh, the third Toby movie with Venom, I still like more than I think the which one? Like most of the newer Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
Even though I
I
know
don't like any of them.
I like this
I don't like any of the new ones.
I like the first one when it came out,
I didn't even like that one.
but in the third one, sadly, like it was fun, but it became looking back like people have a different view now because it's it's very like the story doesn't really hold up because it's just a lot of all the characters you do like they came back and it was just for the fun of it. Um, Now the Andrew Garfield ones, I've never liked them. I like him,
I
but
like them. I think they're better than the
I
new ones.
I shouldn't say I hated I didn't watch them and think these are like bad. It's just I didn't prefer his Spider-Man as much.
I
But
think,
that
I
could just
mean,
I say that then, but looking back, I have a more fonder view of it after
yeah,
watching
because like because you're
um
comparing it to Tobey Maguire's
yeah.
Spider-Man, and that's just the best.
I will always it's funny, like Tobey's Spider-Man isn't like look like if you read the comics and you actually like want to compare that way, he's technically not like the best. Like I guess Andrew Garfield is a better
Yeah,
portrayal of like the Spider-Man persona, but
yeah. But Tobey Maguire
uh,
is just so iconic.
he embodies like what people think of Spider-Man for the rest of the
Yeah,
time.
he somehow literally he did like I don't know, he did something
He
almost
did the
impossible.
impossible.
Yeah, he did something that was almost impossible and redefined Spider-Man.
Like looking back at those scenes, like he truly like I
Like
don't
the
know how he
organic
did it.
webbing,
Yeah, he did something that
but then even
most
like
people
his
don't like.
portrayal.
Yeah, organic webbing sort of stinks, but um, I only say that afterwards. But watch the movies, it doesn't matter because I just like those movies.
I like the organic webbing better than him making web shooters. That just
I,
makes no
I
sense to me.
well, I mean, Spider-Man doesn't have to make sense. I mean,
But it's a lot
spiders
better.
don't
'Cause
spiders don't
I thought
swing
he
from
got bit, and
webs.
then so what? The only power he got was he can sense things and crawl on walls.
So he has a spider sense. He can crawl, and he's as strong as a spider for his size. So he's super strong.
Yeah, but like I mean, it just made more sense if he could shoot organic webbing.
It's fun. I think most people didn't
Because
like it
why did no
because
one else make this organic webbing?
I think most people didn't like it because of how they introduced it in the comic because the movie did it. And people in the comic book fandom were like, this is horrible. Because it was a horrible, like, he died and was reborn as a spider,
That
but then
was
a
just
cocoon.
stupid. Yeah, I mean,
It,
like
it was the,
they should have.
yes,
Because of the Tobey Maguire movies, I was always under the assumption that
yes,
he had
yeah.
organic webbing.
To be honest with you, as
It
a
made more
kid, I
sense that
thought
way.
that too.
Yeah, it
Well,
made
it
more
made sense in the
sense.
movie,
It makes more. He gets
because,
bit by a spider. He gets organic webbing from a spider. It
yeah,
makes he could already climb on walls.
yeah. And then they even made that joke in the third, No Way Home or whatever.
Yeah, how these guys have to make their own organic webbing.
He's like, "What are you guys talking about?" It's like, I just spray it." And then they talk about like joking about Spider-Man 2 because I think it was like Andrew, one of them was like, so like you ever like have an issue like he's like, one time um I lost my powers or basically summing up
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. He's like, I always had them. It's just my mindset was in the wrong place. And I'm like, that's a crazy thing that happened to that Spider-Man. Like, he was just in a weird mindset and that caused him to lose his powers.
But it made him stronger than ever before because he realized he really was Spider-Man.
It's crazy that's a Sam Raimi movie because I don't really care for a lot of Sam Raimi movies. I'm not a big Ash vs. the Evil Dead type stuff. I'm not that big of a fan of the zombie stuff.
Remember when Sony announced Spider-Man 4 but never went through with it?
Yeah, even Tobey Maguire was like, I'm excited.
I thought Carnage was gonna be in it.
It was it was that and the Vulture. And instead, they
Vulture.
did bring the Vulture though into the first
Oh
of
yeah.
Tom Holland, which is cool. But I wish he was the old guy from the comics, the old crazy, and not Michael Keaton Batman.
It's not the Vulture, it's the
I
Batman.
mean, Michael Keaton literally was in a movie called Birdman, for God's sakes,
That's
where he played
funny.
like a superhero or a fake superhero.
Birdman.
And then he does play Birdman.
Swear to me.
um, what else was there? I saw you know Lex Friedman, his podcast he does.
Yeah,
I
but I
think I
don't
brought it up
watch him.
before. He did a 3-hour podcast with
Zelensky?
yeah.
Yes.
I've watched like 23 minutes of it. It's pretty interesting. Like just hearing Zelensky talk like one on one.
What do they talk about?
Well, so far the only thing I heard him talk about was what was like World War II and like Ukraine itself. You know, understanding Ukraine and their position. Oh, and they in the interview because Lex speaks Russian and English, but he doesn't speak Ukrainian. While Zelensky, you know, he grew up, I guess, Russian, I believe. So for the first 25 years of his life, he spoke Russian, but then he does speak Ukrainian. And he's like, for the podcast, he was like, for my people, he's like, it would be a disservice if I did not speak Ukrainian. And he was like, I know that would make it harder for like the translators and stuff, but if you want me to speak English here and there, I can try. And you know, if you need me to speak in Russian for understanding a certain topic, he was like, I'll do that too. And Lex like,
Interesting.
that's good. It's like,
Oh wait, so he doesn't speak English?
I think Lex is you. He speaks like bits and pieces, but his English is not like too good.
Maybe that's why he didn't go with Joe Rogan.
They talk about Joe Rogan within like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, because I remember there was a controversy around, yeah.
They talk about it probably because Zelensky was a comedian.
Uh,
and uh, and he was like, if I ever get invited, Lex was like, I'll invite you, you know, because you're the president. It's like, I'm not gonna make you, you know, make you. And he's like, we could go on Joe Rogan maybe. And he's like, I will. First I'll probably speak with Trump, but then I'll definitely, if I'm invited, I'll go see Joe. And I'm like, it's such a weird gateway, Joe Rogan. He can, if he could, or if he wanted to, he could have a chance with Putin. I mean, very rarely, because like, why would
but
Putin?
poor doesn't even speak English.
That is true. I feel like there's a part of him, like, actually, no, it would make no sense if he secretly does and never used it.
He says yes.
Scary. Yes.
Yes. That's just the
I mean,
podcast.
it'd probably be bad. It would probably be bad if he did have Putin, like, you know, they are in a war.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that
what
sounds
happens if
like in the war too.
they do some stupid like prank and then like, hey, you can go on Joe Rogan and then
Die.
and then they get post Zelensky
Oh my
and
god.
Putin
Oh, you know what's
and
funny? Lex said, cause when he mentioned Joe Rogan, he was, if Zelensky would ever do it, he's like, cause they were mentioning Putin, of course, and he was like, oh, if you come, you and Putin, he's like, oh, no, never.
that's crazy.
I mean, it would be more popular than Trump on Rogan if Putin and Zelensky sat down with Joe Rogan of all people, the most qualified, of course.
That's just funny. Oh wait, speaking of like legacy media, did you hear about Facebook?
Yes, they're instead of third party, what do they call it? Fact
Fact
checkers.
checker, yeah.
They're gonna do the X way.
Yeah. But then
You talk about X a lot on Facebook.
did you hear about
I didn't watch his video though. I know
he like even outright said it sounded like he was being like
facetious.
no, don't
Oh,
jump guns here.
okay.
Don't jump the
I mean,
guns here.
people like to say a lot about
No,
him.
because he literally like what's it called? It's pretty crazy like the stuff he was saying. At least especially in context, because he was like referring to like he was using the words like legacy media and everything. Like he was
Oh, he
referring
did.
yeah, and then he was like like he was pointing out how like people like at this point they're trying to change the narrative and this and that. Like he
Oh
was saying
no.
stuff that people like got like, whoa, Elon, what are you doing? Like, you remember like Elon initially like was
Yeah.
like, yeah. So now like he was saying now he's saying stuff like that.
I mean,
um, and then he was talking about free speech and everything
it
now.
probably makes sense to him.
And now he's pointing out, he even like called out like the Europe, like the European countries for like having like
Yeah.
restrictions on free speech, and how he says this this affects, you know, this
Oh yeah, the
limits,
platform as a yeah.
he not the platform, but this limits innovation and stuff like that. So
Well, that's a bigger problem than just
but he was like he was saying all of that stuff, and then he was also saying, yeah, something that should be like pointed out and I guess commended to a certain point is that he did point out that going this route would allow more bad stuff to be on Facebook,
yeah.
but at the same time he said he thinks it's like a good trade-off considering that, you know,
Yeah.
less people who, you know, like a more freedom of speech kind of way, you know, less people are gonna get hit by
Yeah.
you know, I guess a system.
Yeah, I know the suspension of accounts.
Yeah, like people are gonna be like less afraid of saying what they want to say. Like
Yeah.
not exactly that, but like I'm extremely paraphrasing it, but basically stuff like that.
Like
Um,
back then when if you mentioned anything COVID related, even if it was
yeah,
true,
he did bring that up. Yeah, he brought that up
yeah.
too. So it's pretty interesting.
I'll commend him for that. I mean like, you know, he at least he has the fundamental understanding. It's like, yeah, of course like bad things are gonna happen because of this type of policy, but like, you know, we live in a country that he probably believes the most, just like Elon. Like, you know, our freedom is the most important thing.
But it's pretty crazy thinking because he literally
Yeah, he came
what
from
was like
the
Facebook was working with like Biden to like
yeah.
and the government to, you know, basically
Well, he was doing that because of well, so they don't like, you know, come after him for, you know, any reason.
yeah,
Like
but it's just crazy how it's Facebook, like how he it's basically a 180 now.
Facebook is pretty big. Like they own
Yeah, they own Instagram,
and they have Threads, which I use constantly.
but the thing, you use Threads?
Yeah, all the time.
Bro, I've never, I don't even know what the user interface looks like.
It's not bad. It's pretty simple, but
I just never
it's
hear
meant to
about
be
it.
like X because it's more, you know, long form discussions. Like you could do as much as you want. I use it mostly for posting videos for my YouTube channel.
But I don't know. I was pretty surprised about all that stuff.
I don't know why. I thought they owned.
Snapchat?
They don't. Yeah, do they?
I think so now. Yeah,
I forgot Snapchat exists.
I think Snapchat is dead now.
I don't. I hear a lot of people still use it. I
Really?
mean, I've never. I mean, I've just heard, but it's funny because that's the one platform I've never used. I've got on TikTok just to make like
I don't
short.
use TikToks.
I made shorts just for YouTube. Like
Oh wait,
I
you think the TikTok ban is going through?
um probably not.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
They're gonna,
what did they have?
it was
They
the
had eight
basis.
months.
Yeah, the basis is that it would have to sell its ownership of
Yeah,
TikTok
to
to an American-based company, or else it would be banned.
that's a crazy. But this is all because of the security risk that they supposedly
Yeah, with China. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Well, then Trump also said he'll look into it.
yeah. I mean, hopefully his team can see like you know.
Me, I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but I just don't like banning software.
Yeah, like I get what they are thinking because you know China. It's like you know our American
Yeah,
government. They look at anything Chinese related. They automatically would assume if it's in American hands, they're like, well, they're taking like they could. They of course companies do that. They take information from you, but
yeah. I think instead of like,
I don't know how true it is. Like, do we actually know for fact? Like, is TikTok like truly taking like all our data and
well, I
actually
mean,
using it?
I think there's just a better way in general than just, you know, banning
Yeah, outright
software,
banning it. Yeah,
outright
but
banning
like
software, because
we either ban it or you give it to
here's the
us.
thing, like, cause like like we are the most free, you know, country in the damn world.
And yet
Um,
the first thing we do is try to ban.
So whatever we do, we basically set the standard for everyone else.
It's just, yeah, we're the most free, but anything else coming in, we're like, we're gonna ban your butt unless you give
Well,
it
I mean,
to.
they're not like they don't do that regularly. It's just the only one
I
I've
know,
heard
but
of
this
is
is,
TikTok.
yeah.
So I mean, that's why I think they should get.
By the
it
way, there's a lot of apps in America that are non-American that are pretty big, I think. But I guess TikTok is just a prime example because it's from China. Like, I mean, look, personally, I don't know what,
The
if
problem
any,
is, okay, it is a problem that they're collecting all this data.
yeah, that's a problem,
That
but
is a
like,
problem, though. The problem is how they're handling it.
yeah.
I think there's other ways to ensure that it doesn't fall into.
Just banning it wouldn't, like, China could easily make others, like, you just have to ban everything at that point. And you have to keep banning it. Other
So
apps.
I think they could introduce a law that changes like how that data is stored or whatever.
Yeah, you would have to implement like a certain type of law about the data itself and how, like how it's, like
Or
who is
maybe
looking
like
at it.
like American data,
There's
like
trade-offs. Yeah, it's true.
American, like if you're doing service, in America, the data has
There's
to
a
be
tax.
stored. What the fuck does a tax have to do with anything? What are you even talking about? I'm talking
Just
about how you have to store the damn data. You're talking about taxing data? What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you talking about?
Trump would do something like that.
Right, shut up. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. Tax data? What are you talking about, bruh? What are
Every
you talking
terabyte,
about?
every
What are you talking about? I'm talking about literally national security. You're talking about monopolizing data. What the
that's how you make
Shut up. You
them.
don't even know what you're talking about. Alright, what else we got?
Oh my god.
I don't know what kind of tangent you just went on.
It's not a tangent. I barely
Bro,
talked.
I'm literally talking about like an actual solution and you're like taxing data. What the fuck? That doesn't solve the problem of American data getting into the hands of the Chinese. How does taxing the data fix that, you...
Oh, okay. As of the 31st, the ban, they had a decision till the 19th of January, but Trump said, oh yeah, when he takes office the next day, which is the 20th, has asked the Supreme Court to delay the ban when it hears arguments with the case on the January 10th, which is 2 days from now. I guess they're going to proceed with that in 2 days.
Interesting.
Um,
Yeah, so we could tax the data. It's gonna tax the data.
I thought that would, never mind. I thought it would force them to like, never mind, I wouldn't do anything.
Stupid. Tax the data. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh man, I'm sweating.
Taxing you like a Democrat. You okay? Are you having a stroke or something?
I wish. Let's see. I don't think there was anything too big after that. Oh, is there any updates on the New Orleans incident?
No.
Okay.
There was like a weird conspiracy thing with the Cybertruck though. I don't know if that's even like...
I don't think, I mean, it was just fireworks inside the truck that hit the battery probably or something.
No, on like why the guy did that.
Oh, well, yeah, why? I mean,
I don't know, God, I think we should move on. I feel like you're gonna say something like taxing the data. Let's just move on.
Hey, that's why I'm here. You need, like your Elmo and Ernie, you need your,
yeah, taxing the data. Oh my god. That's so...
Or you could limit it. I don't know.
Wow.
Hey man, you don't have to put me down so harsh.
Taxing the data.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Bro, what you basically said was, hey man, we keep on getting robberies here. What should we do?
Tax
Just tax
them.
the criminals.
Yeah, they'll stop.
Just stop.
Hopefully.
Oh my fucking god.
Um,
Let's just tax it.
I I don't have anything else. I'm being honest.
Oh man, I
Uh,
probably have something. Let me check. Tax the data.
I didn't say it like that.
Might as well say it like that, bro. Taxing me. Oh man, I'm dying now. Shit, I don't have anything. I had Facebook, RTX 50 series, dinosaur memes. Have you been seeing these? Hello? 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 I think we got some technical difficulties here. Hello? Hello? How do I get to the damn call? Oh well, his internet went out. And I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, Hatsune Miku is coming to Fortnite. Might actually grab that. I think it'd be pretty good. Pretty good. Gotta support the presidency, you know. Dude, do. What the fuck? Oh, he actually left. Alright. Uh, the Eagles. Eagles look pretty good. I think they're gonna win it. I think they will. They will win it. Um, what else? Man, Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 kinda sucks, bro. Like, hello?
Oh, hey.
Oh my god, you sound like garbage. I can't understand you. I cannot you sound like a siren.
My internet went out. Give me a few minutes.
Okay. Uh,
Just keep the going. Just edit it.
you know, I'm not like you, who goes dead silent.
Hey, what do you mean?
Bro, there's like a 5 second delay.
Oh, I'm back.
Not entirely.
Talking about
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
um, you were about to say so you were looking up something.
Yeah, well, I ran through all my damn topics.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what's crazy? The this is like short comic book news, but not about like books, but
Oh
more so
no.
the numbers. The best selling in within like this last month or whatever, like December, were from the big two, but their alternate line, like their ultimate line, where it's not the main line continuity, which says a lot about the main books happening on both companies. Because right now the top four or whatever or top five is like Absolute Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Ultimate Spider-Man, and some other Ultimate book. And people are like, they're like, I've never seen the
Oh.
Trinity in the top three in forever. The Trinity of books. which
Interesting.
says a lot about how people were just happy for something new in the comic space. They were like, we need something. We need something.
So what was new?
So these new lines of books, these like the Ultimate line and then there's the Absolute line for both companies, which are like alternate universes that start fresh, but like you can like
Oh.
hop on,
So
and you don't
spin-off
need to.
stories.
Yes, well,
How's that
it's
new?
what you there. It's a totally different universe by itself, and you can start fresh, and they're the same like characters in regards to like their name and stuff, but they have totally different backgrounds and like a lot of different changes.
Wow, you're
Um,
telling me it's the same character but it's just things happen differently?
yes, but people were happy just because back 20 years ago when the Ultimate like Spider-Man Ultimate, all those Ultimate characters were created for Marvel, it outsold like the main books all the time, and people were excited because they were like these books are amazing. Uh, because like the main continuity it's been around forever, and those books get a little stagnant sometimes, or the or your editors are down your neck saying like you need this and this. But when you have an ultimate line, a totally separate line from everything else, you can balls to the wall do whatever you want, and people are just happy, excited, and like absolute Batman sold over 400,000 copies. Number one, the first one, and it had its fifth reprint, I think, which I've never seen before for a book. The fifth reprint back in stores. It's insane. I mean, sadly, my comic book store is closing this month.
We did it,
After
guys. We got them out.
18 years, but that was depressing. But yeah, that was big news. And then trying to think. I think that was it for this week.
Have you been seeing this game called Delta Force?
That sounds very familiar.
It looks like, honestly to me, it looks like Battlefield 2042,
Oh yes, is this
but
the
free.
Battlefield killer?
Yeah, that's what people were saying.
People, I've seen it. Yeah, Delta. Oh, it's free. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I might actually play it. I might. You want to try it?
Duff, I didn't know it was free. Anything's good when it's free. No, I'm
I'll probably
joking.
try it. I mean, it looks like
Try.
2042.
People
So
said it's like very good.
yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it.
Like when I typed in Delta Force, it first gave me the actual
But
Delta
I heard like there's like three modes. There's like a PvE. There's like a campaign one. I think I
Oh,
even saw like a battle royale like extraction mode. But then there's
oh
also like
really?
the regular battlefield mode. Um,
Oh wait, Delta Force is like an old game.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't real, but this new one is it part of the same?
yeah.
Okay, but it's a free. Let's see this. Modern team-based tactical shooter featuring three distinct gameplay modes: large-scale PvP warfare, intense extraction shooter, and a remake of the legendary Black Hawk Down campaign.
Oh, okay. There's the Black
That's
Hawk
cool.
Down campaign out.
I'm assuming it's.
I saw gameplay of that, like the trailer.
I'm assuming it's in the
It
game.
looked like a completely different game from like everything else.
Oh really?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, I might try this. Let's see what the recommended. God damn, the recommended memory is. Oh no, that's memory. I thought it was VRAM. It says 16 gigs. Okay. I was like, okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I might get this. Who knows? I didn't realize it was free this whole time. I knew about it, I just never played it.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't free, it would have died.
I mean, a lot of these games have been dying when it's, even for the $40 area. Even.
Yeah, because they're just not worth it.
Yeah, you're like, these games don't, I don't see the value in these, like, free-looking games.
Oh yeah, did you see like they're adding
Marvel
they
Rivals
already
had,
added
yeah,
Fantastic Four.
it looks, I love their suits. I've never seen their suits look like that before. I was like, God damn, I'm loving this. I like how I don't know if anyone knows this, but at least in the Instagram post, it tells you about the Malice version of Sue Storm, the one
I
that everyone
saw
is.
that one.
Yeah, so that's I
That's
know it's
wild.
skin, but
That is
like
crazy.
it debuted at Fantastic Four number 280 back in whatever year that was, um, and it's a version of her where she like loses her mind and just becomes evil as hell. And one of the ways Reed Richards her husband gets her back to normal is by putting her down, like
Just kills
massaging her
her.
basically. It's like, woman, I don't care what you're saying, just do this.
Huh.
And she's like, how dare she? It's like, how dare she loses? She goes insane, like squared, and goes back to normal. It goes. It was the most insane. I mean, look, Reed and Sue have the most weird relationship, especially because Stan Lee wrote them. And at the time, you could consider it misogyny, and now it's definitely misogyny. But at the time, though, people could argue, but those are what the characters are. That's not Stan Lee's fault. Those are what the.
Huh.
But it's a lot of Stan Lee writing for the time. The '60s is funny. At least Peter Parker, like Spider-Man is the one consistent book that Stan Lee wrote that I loved, and I actually liked his writing, but most people hate it. But who knows? Without him writing it, you don't get everything. Well, and all the other people. But we should definitely play Marvel Rivals again.
Yeah, I
One
think
of these days.
John is coming back soon, so we'll play that.
Wait, he's on is Vlad, he's free, right? Or
I don't know, are
he's
we
back at least?
playing? Or, yeah, he's back. Are we playing tomorrow or
Um,
no?
oh, I
Well,
don't think I can tomorrow.
okay, then never mind then. Next week.
Yeah, next week. Um, there's that and, what other game? Is there another game we were gonna play together? Maybe one of these days. We can get back into Ready or Not, maybe, I mean, I don't know if they added anything.
I think they did. They added but we don't have the DLC.
God damn it. Oh yeah, they have a community content. Exhibit 14. This came out the 4th of
There's
this
some
month.
stuff in Helldivers.
That is true. I haven't played that in forever.
Yeah.
Has it been fun?
It's relatively the same game still. I like using the car though. I got the car.
Oh, okay.
Illuminate's fun to fight.
That's
But
cool.
at the end of the day, it's still like the same game.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
For me, it got slightly boring, but I mean, I think it's still
Did
worse.
it? I remember. It
I
got
know you
really boring
remember.
for us. That you were like, I can do this all day.
Oh, I don't remember that. I probably said something like that, knowing me.
What? I'm fine. I'm fine with this. What? And then John was like, yeah, I'm dying here. So then,
Oh yeah.
then we switched games.
What did we switch to?
Ready or not.
Oh, and then okay, yeah, I remember now. That lasted for a while. You should play. Oh, never mind. You're just gonna make fun of me.
Don't tell me to play First Descendant.
Season 2 just came out, and
I don't care about fucking
I got a
First
new
Descendant.
Descendant for free. I got the exchange shop.
Oh yeah, who'd you get this time, huh?
Um,
Who's your thick waifu this time?
hey, treat them better than that.
Oh my god, no!
Now, I got the bunny character. I forget her name though.
You already said that. Freya?
Oh, sorry. Oh, why did I
Freya?
say? No, the astronaut one. Look at the water.
Oh no, I
forget
don't
the
play
freaking
this
name.
game.
No, sorry. Bonnie's like the first one you get after the main one. But I can see where the grind kills people though, because you have a very small percentage chance to get like other stuff.
Bro,
Going back.
why don't you play, why don't you play, I don't know anymore. Actually, I think I'm gonna get into that Delta Force game. I wanna see how it is.
Okay. You want to end it here?
I guess. Is there any other topics?
Not that I know about. I'm not gonna say anything crazy. I'm doing good this week.
Bro, last week was horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It was.
Well, hey, I think this
Now
is
you
an
admit
improvement.
it's bad. Oh my.
Oh well, it's hard to admit it in the moment. It's hard
Oh
to
my god. Oh my god.
Hey, this is better. This is going well.
Yeah.
Besides, some issues, but yeah. Hopefully next week.
Oh, Hatsune Mi. Oh yeah, I already mentioned it. Never mind.
There's another Miku thing.
Yeah, she's coming to Fortnite.
Oh yeah, I heard someone else was coming to Fortnite. I forget what it was.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, you can flip a coin and be like, "Is this character coming?" Sure, eventually.
did you know I'm in Fortnite?
I mean, that's the one time where it somehow could be believable at one point in this goddamn game.
Did you know I'm in Fortnite?
They should make me characters like those wee me, and just make your
I'm
own.
surprised that. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised that's not like a backpack thing or something. Yeah, it's got the Wii
I.
theme. That's the main. That's the. You can
Oh
set
my
the Wii.
god!
Do 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 do
Can you imagine killing someone like you're
do
that goes off.
do.
Start dancing. Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoa,
Hopefully
due to
next.
the wildfires in Los Angeles and out of respect for the ongoing emergency situation, we will be canceling today's Instagram Live interview with James Gunn. IGN
Oh
just
shoot!
posted that.
Oh, why do they care? They all in California?
I don't know. Or maybe James Gunn is in California.
He's in California, definitely. Because, oh yeah, the last episode of Creature Commandos is tomorrow. Which,
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
it's a pretty good show. Frankenstein's a pretty good character.
Oh, Riot Games owner Tencent designated it as a Chinese military company by the United States.
What?
Tencent, the parent company of Riot Games, which has investments in other developers like Epic Games, Larian Studios, those guys made Baldur's Gate, and From Software, has been declared a Chinese military company by the United States Department of Defense. That's crazy. By that logic, Activision is America's military company too.
I was about.
Maybe we should make a company. We gotta make a company and then somehow turn it from a game, just like a games company or like a software company into just a
That's
straight
our
up.
front. That's our
Yeah, that is our front. You know how many businesses use that as a front?
front. We like gaming, but we also like world
We're just a
domination.
software company, but really we're like a military. We have like a secret military wing. It's
Yeah,
like
don't go through there.
It's like Umbrella from Resident Evil with
Oh my
the Umbrella Special Services.
Yeah, don't go through that door. That's private.
Yeah,
That's
like we make like, I don't know, we sell software, but then like if you go to the left side, there's like military guns, like military equipment, there's like cry pants.
Is that cosplay? No, it's real.
Oh, no, but if they get inspected, they're like, oh, this is where we get our
This is
inspiration.
for like,
This is a
you know,
prop
like how
for the trailers.
yeah, like
for the
like how
trailers.
Treyarch has all the props in their studio. We are.
This is not a real gun.
See, look, hold it.
It's a grenade. Just blows up.
Don't press it. Don't pull. Don't even look.
Well,
That's crazy. Are you serious? Tencent, the military company in the eyes of us.
yeah, in the eyes of the DoD.
Why?
That's a good question. Let me actually.
Like just Tencent. Oh, Fox Business. Yep. The
Or
U.S.
this,
Yeah, the DoD has added Chinese tech giant Tencent Holdings Ltd. to its blacklist of companies that allegedly aid the Chinese. Oh, they allegedly aid the Chinese military. Here's the gamers' data.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
How do they
like,
find this out?
I don't know.
That's crazy. So if you abet or if you aid the Chinese military somehow, well, I guess that makes sense. But 134 companies now on the list. God damn, the blacklist. While the designation does not mean immediate bans on the companies, it can be a blow to their reputations. The CCP affiliated hacker breaks into Treasury departments. Okay, never mind. 10 Cent would call the DoD's move, which comes 2 weeks before Trump takes office, a mistake.
What?
I guess 10 Cent just said one word. It's a mistake.
You shouldn't have done that. You should not have done that.
That was the wrong move.
Tencent didn't like that. I don't know. I mean,
Oh my god. This is the...
this is just chaos.
Oh, did we talk about President Carter died?
I guess not. He's dead.
Okay, see you guys next week.
Okay. Oh, man.
He died just like the rest of them. I think he died
Actually, have you seen
shoveling.
those memes? Like, people pointed out how like, it's like Venom dunking over Spider-Man, but It's like Jimmy Carter because
Oh no.
he beat like Queen Elizabeth or whatever. He like made it to like 100 or something and then
Yeah,
died.
100. Yeah, he went 100 and said it's time.
Yeah, well everyone else kind of just died before.
Yeah, even Stan Lee couldn't make it. He was off by a few years.
Oh,
I think he was working till he died.
yeah, that's the
Like
crazy
he
part.
he was doing like
He was building houses.
yeah, he was building houses. I'm like, how are you building? Like, you have any strength in your brittle bones?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think you're a,
yeah, because I
that it's
mean,
all about mental power.
I was helping him build those houses in Minecraft. You know,
In reality, he was just in a simulation thinking he was doing stuff.
that was crazy.
He was just in a crazy decked out ray traced Minecraft world. It was pretty real.
But no, like he even showed up with like a hammer and
Yes,
everything.
I'm like, brother, like, good for you, but I don't know. I'm like, you're not gonna see me. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're not gonna see me do that because he was doing that because he does that because he liked the cause and that was his thing. But he was an engineer. I forgot he was a.
You
I
know,
forgot
I'm
what
an
kind of.
engineer.
Are you everything?
Damn, you don't
If I
believe
bring up
me?
any topic, are you gonna become that?
You don't believe me now? What?
What have you engineered?
The human mind.
Well, now that he's dead, you know, another one bites the dust.
Evil.
Evil? What?
You're evil.
Oh, I thought you meant Carter. I'm like, he was okay. He was okay.
You're evil.
I mean, he only had one term, but
Evil.
he could have done better.
Evil.
Okay, now that we're putting me down,
Evil.
I'm gonna tax you.
Tax you me like a Democrat. Yeah.
I would love to do that just out in public, just say those
You'd like to
lines.
just tax people? Okay.
No, no,
Tax you me
no.
like a Dem. Okay, I gotcha, I gotcha.
I thought, is that from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Why would it be? No, I saw it in a video. Apparently Nixon says it in 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know why that reminds me of
Is that from Yu-Gi-Oh? What the
what's his name talking to Yugi?
taxing me like a Democrat? Well,
Yeah,
why would that be from
Kyber.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Come on, Yugi.
I don't remember that at all. Okay, what is wrong with you?
Well, what's his name out of company? I mean, he can do whatever he wants. What's his name?
Taxing me like a Democrat? Yeah, okay, nah, that's...
Come on, Yugi. I want
Who
your
would
money.
he say that to, man?
I guess only Yugi. That's the only person he really talks to.
Who would he even say that to?
What's his friend's name? Yugi's friend, Jack or no?
I
Blue with
don't, I
blonde
don't, I
hair.
don't, I don't
They have like an American name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Well, that was a good ending. I hope next week there's no fires, but if there is, we'll start with that.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna just end it. I'm just gonna
Well, that sounds darker than it